My girlfriend boned my cousin and now they're getting married. So I'm going to ruin the wedding. Am I the a-hole?
Wait. We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Yes, we do. And we're going to get into it right now, Liv. This is Liv. Liv, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name's Liv Pearsall. I'm a comedy content creator and I'm here to,
be put to the test.
I once looked up to my cousin. I thought he was a great guy and we were close like brothers. I was also dating a girl I was deeply in love with and planned to marry her someday. I thought my life was perfect. In love with.
My gosh, this just got so much worse.
I come home early because a colleague offered to cover my shift. I was pretty tired, so I accepted and went home. And arriving home, I found them in my bed doing it.
He literally caught them cheating.
Mid-cheat.
Oh, you can't come back from that.
Both of them were shocked, to say the least. I told them I wanted them to be gone by the time I got back and left the house. They were gone by the time I did get back, but she left a note saying that she was sorry and to call her when I'd calm down. I didn't call her. I didn't text her. I just gathered her things and dropped them off at the cousin's a few days later. And she's staying with him now and not me. My cousin called me multiple times to try to apologize, but I refused to accept it. 3 years have passed since then. I went no contact with them. I didn't bring it up to the rest of the family or any friends. I'm not sure why. I just didn't. And then I got a call from a number I didn't recognize, so I answered it. It was my cousin. He sounded really happy and was acting like he didn't destroy my whole life 3 years ago. He explained that he and my ex were getting married and he wanted me to be his best man.
I'm sorry.
He's trying to erase the past.
They haven't had any contact
Zero
for
contact.
the last 3 years.
I was so angry that he had the utter gall to act like nothing was wrong and lost my temper. I yelled at him. I called him names before hanging up. Sent me a text telling me the offer still stood. If I didn't want to be his best man, then he simply wouldn't have one because he doesn't have a best man because he's lonely as has no friends.
Is that part of it?
No, that's me inserting myself in there. A few days passed by and I had an idea. I texted him back and apologized. I sent a paragraph of bullshit saying I was still angry, but this could be an opportunity for the three of us to heal and move past it. He was overjoyed and he'd pay for everything and he'd help me pick out a suit if I wanted, which I accepted because I sure wasn't going to spend any money on his stupid wedding if I could help it.
You better say that.
Yeah. I paid for everything. The wedding day came. I had spent the week prior writing a speech, putting all the negative feelings that had bottled up over the years into words on paper. The wedding was pretty good. I'm sure one of them has some nice, well-paying job or something because they must have spent a decent bit amount of money on it. And yeah, this wedding was nice. Our entire family was there, as was a chunk of my ex's family. Eventually, the time for my speech came. I just remember feeling really nervous as it built up to it, and my voice kept faltering when I was reading it out, but I didn't and still don't care. At least I got it out. I explained what these two horrible people had done to me. I called them the worst names I could think of and wished them the worst. Then I dropped and left.
This happened to someone? Someone did this?
Happened to someone.
I'm going to need to know the reactions of everyone at the wedding.
I was expecting some kind of dramatic moment from all the guests, gasps of shock and all that, but there was none of that. Everyone was dead silent. On my way home, I got a call from my mother, angrily telling me that I'd ruined the wedding and both of them were upset and she asked me why I do this. I mean, is it not obvious? I told her they deserved it for what they had done to me and everything I said in the speech was true. She kept defending them, so I swore at her and hung up.
I would never cuss at my mom.
You would never cuss? What if she just loves your cousin more than you?
I would maybe cuss at my mom. No, I wouldn't.
I've also received a few texts from people who were there being supportive and telling me if I ever needed them, they were there to talk. I'm not sure if I feel better having done this, but it did bring me great catharsis when people were telling me the wedding was ruined. At least now they've felt at a very least a fraction of what they've made me feel. So, Liv, you are the judge, you are the jury.
And the executioner.
Please execute. Get your scythe out.
I think it's this is a cop-out answer. I think it's an incredibly nuanced situation.
Okay, give me the nuance. Break it down.
I don't think there's one asshole. I think there's asshole-ish tendencies that were enacted in this tale. For example, cheating. Asshole, right?
Yeah, so
that's
cousin,
on both the girlfriend and the cousin.
Both assholes.
Asking to be his best man. I don't think I think tone deaf. Accepting and ruining the wedding after 3 years. If I think about where I was 3 years ago, I was a different person. You gotta move on. That's how you deal with it. I know you think it's gonna help, but it doesn't.
Thank you, Liv, for coming on this episode. She's going to show up in a couple more. And actually, we're going to quickly read a comment about a proposal. So Pirate Lotus Boutique says, when my boyfriend proposes, I don't care how much the ring costs as long as he put thought into it. $5 for all I care. I just want to know he put thought into it. There was something about it that made him think of me, looked like me, or is something that symbolizes a relationship. We love hearing your comments. So make sure to comment below on, are you a vengeful person or not? And how would you take revenge?
Thank you, Miss Lotus Boutique.
Yeah.
I thank you for that.
The boutique is amazing.
Yeah.
Publicly subscribe, and we just might read your comment. See you soon. A man just hit the jackpot on my antique slot machine. He won $700, but I'm not going to let him keep any of it. Am I the a-hole?
What?
I had a party at my house last night. I have an antique slot machine from the 1940s that is in absolutely spotless and working condition in my living room.
Wow.
My step grandma was a showgirl, and she got it while dating a count room guy prior to meeting my grandpa.
It's a count room guy.
A guy who counts the room. So over the years, people have played it and maybe won a few quarters here and there, maybe a max of $50 at a time. As far as I know, the jackpot was never hit on. So however it works, there was probably about $700 in the jackpot reserve that built up over the years. I'd never bothered having cleaned it out. It just seemed like a novelty. Well, a friend's friend hit the jackpot last night. I was effing floored when he legit thought he could keep my $700. His case was that he had been playing with his own money and I would have kept his quarters. My argument was, I'm happy to give your quarters back if he asked, but I'm not a casino. While I'm not destitute, I can't afford to give someone $700.
Now, I think it would have been very gracious to go, hey, can I give you half because this is your slot machine? And then I think they would have been like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Here's $350.
So Liv is saying if this guy won the jackpot, let him keep the money. All right. Okay. Let's see if you're still going to say that by the end of this story.
Okay, keep going.
Argument caused the party to wind down, and one of my best guy friends basically told the guy that he'd be in real shit if he tried to leave with the money. But the guy left, threatening to come back with the cops and sue me in small claims courts. I have no idea if that was realistic, but no cops came back. So was I the asshole for, or not, for letting him keep the money? The first time I ever saw or spoke to him was when he was on his hands and knees, picking quarters up off the floor, slamming them into his pockets. I don't mind if people play it. I even give people quarters to play it since no one has change anymore, but he did not ask. I would have let him keep $50 to $100. He certainly got away with some in his pockets, but he was such an asshole right away that he didn't give me a chance to come up with any sort of deal. Most everyone at the party just wanted him gone, and he was lying about how much he put into the slot machine too. He said $75. Who the F walks around with $75 in quarters when going to party at a stranger's house? And there is an update, but any of that information changed the game for you, or you're still like, take my money?
I'm still with the guy who won it. If he was being an asshole about it, like, I don't like that, obviously, and I'd trust them if they were all like, he was being a
yeah.
But like, if you have a slot machine out during parties for people to play, you're kind of asking for people to win money from your slot machine.
So the plot thickens. Thank you, some very helpful people who own slot machines and DM'd who were able to suggest some experts in my area. I was able to call a local person who works on antique slot machines. My slot machine is highly customized, but it's based around a pretty well-known model from the era. I don't want to say exactly because only a few of them exist anymore. And he said I could tell right away if the machine was broken or had been tampered with. In my very, very amateur job of checking it over, it does appear that this little piece is either broken or misplaced. So it looks like this piece of guess actually broke my machine to steal my money. There wasn't a jackpot at all. I don't have confirmation of this until the repair guy is able to come later this week, but it looks like that's what happened. The guy said there's an outside chance that if that piece was broken or tampered with, that it was an accident, but he wouldn't bet on it. I still don't care if I'm the still till the cows come home. Posting here has probably allowed me to get to the bottom of this. F that guy. There is another update.
I've just made a full 180 switch. If he tampered with it, he's the freaking
Short story, the winner almost certainly was hitting the machine and caused the jackpot to spill out. So had I been a real casino, I would have enacted the malfunction, voids, all pays, and plays clause. So yeah, I was totally in the right and Liv was in the wrong.
This is crazy. I want everyone to know that I did not have all the information. Screw you,
Liv
Sam.
is pro people stealing from other people's apartments.
You know what I am flabbergasted yet
But
again.
a ghast has been flabbered.
My ghast has been
flabbered
flabbered
yet
thoroughly.
again.
No, if he tampered with it,
Totally.
that's cheating. What is it with cheating?
It has been lovely having you on
gosh, thanks for
another
having me.
episode. Liv, where can the people find you?
Oh man, on any socials really, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm just my name is just at live.pearsall. Pearsall is spelled pears like the fruit, all like the word, 2 L's.
Amazing. See you soon.
See you soon.
I just told my wife's family that we're in an open marriage and now they and my wife are furious. So am I the a-hole?
Oh, let's dig in.
I, 28 male, have been with my wife, Rebecca, 29 female, for 4 years. Rebecca comes from a very religious family and we have hidden a lot of aspects about our marriage.
Uh-oh.
We have some contact with them and only see them on holidays and special occasions like weddings or baby showers. And one of the biggest things they disapprove of is not having our wedding in a church. It was such a big deal that we now have to hide aspects of our marriage, like the fact that we are going to be child-free.
Nice.
Which is not a great place for any marriage to start.
No, it's not. But also, I just want to say, I'm like, if someone's mad at you for not having kids, that's like really messed up.
I need a firstborn now. One thing the family does not know about is that Rebecca and I have an open marriage and have had an open marriage ever since we started dating. So I was meeting up with another girl at the bar a few days ago. It was going well, and I didn't notice anything strange. Well, today we went to Rebecca's sister's baby shower. The large baby shower was canceled since the plague, and it was really just a dinner with family. We got there and everyone was glaring daggers at me. The whole thing is tense until we get to a slideshow on her sister showing off pictures of the nursery and other baby stuff. In the slideshow, there was a picture of me with the girl at the bar.
That's so shady of them to
Someone's
put it in the
taking pictures, bro.
slideshow.
Yeah. They're like, and this is a picture of the babies and the little like sonograph thing and cheater.
Cheater.
We caught you. So it wasn't an innocent picture and it looked like I was cheating. So the whole family starts yelling at me, calling me a cheater. How dare I do this to Rebecca? Shame. Yeah. So like, Opie's looking at Rebecca for help and she just stays quiet. I try to get them to calm down, but nothing is working. So I just yell out, Rebecca and I have an open marriage. And this causes everyone to start freaking out even more. And we quickly leave. I'm in the car with Rebecca and she starts to yell at me about how could I tell her family that I completely betrayed her trust. And this is probably going to ruin her relationship with the family. I'm angry now and say, so what? You would rather make me out to be a cheater than tell the truth? The argument continues for the rest of the car ride and she won't talk to me anymore. I am sleeping on the couch. So am I the a-hole? What do you think, Liv?
Wow. Okay. I have so many thoughts. I could not fathom the idea of me, Liv, being in an open marriage. It complicates things. It makes things tough. I think that is weird for the wife. Like that feels like she is, I'm going to use way too strong a word, like betraying her husband in that moment. She would rather him,
strong a word. I think it's the
she
exact
would
right
rather
word.
him take the blame and take the fall and have her whole family be like, you're a cheater. And then she's going to get mad at him for revealing what's true. That's wild.
The idea of like misrepresenting your relationship to your family feels like just a really hard thing to enter, especially for
Not
the
ideal.
other person who like maybe doesn't have that.
This one was wild to me. The fact that the family put it in the slideshow, I'm not even gonna lie, girl boss. kind of
They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to do the right thing. Yeah.
Yet if my family thought that my husband was cheating on me, I hope that they would like be as dramatic as
they would
that.
They would come after him.
So the moral of the story today is love your family, and family is not always blood.
And love yourself.
Love yourself.
Well, we'll see you soon. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in.